官下台！官下台！
About the Taiwan man case, Taiwan Supreme Court found Taiwan man not guilty of tax evasion or any other charges. The National Tax Bureau and the Ministry of Finance reneged on the promise to revoke the tax bill. The National Tax Bureau illegally auctioned off the sacred land of Taiwan. The land was illegally taken into state ownership. Officials' conscience, where are justice and human rights? What is the truth about the Taiwan man case? Taiwan Supreme Court found Taiwan man guilty of tax evasion or any other charges. The National Tax Bureau and the Ministry of Finance reneged on their promise to revoke the tax bill. The National Tax Bureau illegally auctioned off the sacred land of Taiwan. The land was illegally taken into state ownership. Where is the real government officials' conscience? Where are justice and human rights? Is the truth about the Taiwan man case? Taiwan Supreme Court found Taiwan man guilty of tax evasion or any other charges. The National Tax Bureau and the Ministry of Finance reneged on their promise to revoke the tax bill. The National Tax Bureau illegally auctioned off the sacred land of Taiwan. The land was illegally taken into state ownership. Where is the real government officials' conscience? Where are justice and human rights? The righteous people are united with conscience to defend justice, human rights and peace. The righteous people are united with conscience to defend justice, human rights and peace.
Hello everyone, I'm Paul, the host of this forum. Welcome to join today's online forum of UN World Children's Day. The subject of this forum is Little Great Heroes Have Words to Say. Recently, you must have seen many news reports or online forums about Taiwan case spreading on media press. The injustice Taiwan case has been discussed widely on internet. Just as at the beginning, we heard the song has taught us brief understanding of what is the truth of Taiwan case. Therefore, on November 20th, let's celebrate this special day together of UN World Children's Day. We invite many little great heroes to talk the truth of justice and to speak their voices. Let's welcome our first hero, Archie.
Hello everyone, my name is Archie. During these summer vacations, I did something never done before, wrote a letter to our president. The title of my letter is I'm 9 years old and have something very important to ask President for help. Therefore, from now on, I would like to read this letter to everyone. Dear President of Taiwan, thank you for letting our country safely facing COVID-19 dangerous situation from last years. My name is Archie. I'm 9 years old and going to be 4th grade after summer vacations. Since I was very little, I followed my parents to Taiwan to practice Qigong and meditation. Practice Qigong makes me warm up, feels comfortable, and become healthier. Such meditations, I learn to reflect on what is wrong with me and try not to do the same wrong things as much as possible. Then I get along with my sister much better. Both my sister and I like to watch Conan cartoon. I like Conan who always finds proof and makes a fair judgment to get the real murder. So we have to learn to watch carefully, find the proof, and that injustice be corrected. The court has really laid the monetary gifts we gave to seafood are no taxable gifts, but the national taxations burial still did not revoke the illegal tax bills. This is really unfair. The NTB continue to do wrong things. It is too bad. I hope presidents catch the real bad guy just like Conan does and ask the offending official to correct their mistake. In the end, I think no one would like to be falsely accused. It's very unfair when people are innocent but suffer injustice treatment for more than 20 years. Please check this case carefully. Correct the wrongs. It's very, very important. Above is the letter I wrote to the President of Taiwan, and this is what I feel. Thank you.
Thank you, Archie, for being so brave to write the letter to President of Taiwan, of fixing the serious illegal tax bill persecution to people, and correcting the past mistakes made by those government officials. Like what Archie had said, the court judgment has returned the justice back to Taiwan. then everything should go back to the right track. However, the restitution to Taiji men has been dragging on for 25 years and still hasn't stopped. A lot of global scholars and experts greatly concerned about this case. Now, let's welcome Dr. Massimo. He is an Italian sociologist of religion and intellectual property attorney, a founder and the managing director of the Center for Studies on New Religions. He is going to share his views and talk more details about Taiji man case. Let's welcome Dr. Massimo.
What is the Taiji man case and what the Taiji man case is not? The Taiji man case is a case of freedom of religion or belief form, which we can divide in 4 types. Type 1, we all know that Taiwan enjoys religious liberty, unlike mainland China, but it was not always the case. Taiwan had a policy of controlling and repressing independent religious movements during the martial law period and beyond. And in 1996, religious and spiritual groups suspected of not supporting the president were severely repressed. Taiji men was also involved in this, even if it never took political sides. Its grandmaster or Shifu, Dr. Hong, was arrested and members were persecuted. Second time, the total victory of Taiji men up to the highest courts in Taiwan. Taiji men won all the court cases. Dr. Hong and his co-defendants were declared innocent and even awarded compensation money for the past unjust detention. Time number 3, however, a byproduct of this form persecution remain in the shape of tax bills. Even if the courts had said there was no tax evasion, the Tax Bureau continued to try to impose bills on Dr. Hong and Taiji men. The Tax Bureau revoked all the bills except one for the year 1992 based on a technicality. And time number 4, even if courts of law told them not to do it, the Tax Bureau and the Enforcement Agency in 2020 auctioned and then confiscated lands belonging to Dr. Hong and intended for a spiritual cultivation center of Taiji men. Now, it's important that we understand what the Taiji men case is not. It's not a tax dispute between a citizen and the government. It will not create so much commotion. Of course, the case shows some injustice in Taiwanese tax bureaucracy, but we should remember that the root is the form. It's a freedom of religion or belief case, and what is done to Taiji men is violation of form. Number 2, it's not about money. Taiji men might have settled with the tax office and spent much less money than they did in prosecuting this case for 25 years, but it's about form. It's not about money, and that's why the case continues. And number three, it's not a protest against Taiwan or the Taiwanese system. Those of the Taiji men who live in Taiwan, who are Taiwanese citizens, they love their country, they are patriots, they understand Taiwan has a lot of problems, and precisely because of this, they want Taiwan to have a good image as a country where form is respected. So it is a form case, and because it is a form case, thousands of people are in the streets in Taiwan protesting about it. And because it's a form case, I believe it deserves to be internationalized, and all the governments, agencies, NGOs caring for form should care for this case, and not to be misled into dismissing it as a private tax dispute between a citizen and the state, but understand that fundamental principles of freedom of religion and belief and respect for spiritual minorities are at work in this important case. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Maximo. We hope through support by international scholars and experts, and even government officials, the fabricated case can be solved as soon as possible, and people will pay more attention to the human rights persecution. Now, let's welcome another little hero, Wendy. She is 10 years old, Taiji门弟子. Let's hear what she says.
Hello everyone, my name is Wendy. I am 10 years old and an elementary school student. I have followed my parents to practice Taiji Men Qigong since I was very young. I was very shy and not good at expressing myself. In addition to the onset of atopic dermatitis, my heels and the back of knees are often red with itch. After being a Taiji Men 弟子, the atopic dermatitis greatly improved, and I became happier through practicing Qigong with our 弟子 in the same age. Our Shifu teaches us to do things with conscience and behave ourselves. Brothers and sisters encourage each other as family members. I like to go to Taiji Men very much, and I feel very happy in the academy. However, my parents told me that Taiji Men has been persecuted by the National Taxation Bureau for 25 years of illegal tax bills. Although Taiwan Supreme Court has determined that Taiji Men was not guilty with no crime and no tax evasion on July 13, 1996, the tax authorities does not admit their mistake. In addition, on August 21, 2020, our school lands were included by the Administrative Enforcement Agency. The officials know that it was ready but still carried out the occasion. Why? I had never been to Taipei before. The first time I went to Taipei was to protest for the Taiji Men case on cleaning brotherhood. I went there 3 times in 1 month. No matter it's windy, rainy, or very hot, we didn't give up. We just wanted to wait the sleeping officials to have a conscience in doing right things, and to tell President of Taiwan seriously, we have been approved by the National Taxation Bureau and the Administrative Enforcement Agency, but no one listened to us. Teachers always said that we must be honest. No one must say I'm correct. But why those rude officials still robbed our school lands after the court has ruled Taiwan not guilty and no tax evasion. How come those officials continued to revise functions while they violated the rule of law? I hope President of Taiwan, Tsai Ing-wen, listen to our voice. You must know our plan. Please let these rude officials get punished and return justice and guidance to Taiwan. I hope that no more human rights violations happen in Taiwan. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. I have the same question as you do. Teachers, teach us to be honest, know the mistake and correct it. But why those bully officials still rob lands after the court has ruled Taiwan not guilty and no tax evasion? How can those officials continue to receive bonuses while they violate the law? These serious problems really need to be fixed. Next, let's welcome our third hero, Emma.
Grandma took me to Taiwan when I was 1 month old. I have been in good health and happy every day since I was little. In my first grade, I took part in practicing session before Taiwan cultural performance in Taipei. I took bus with other brother and sister and became more independent. The experience is so special that my classmates never have. Moreover, I have a lot of brothers, sisters, and good friends in Taiwan. I like this big family very much. However, on December 1996, Prosecutor Ho Kwan-ren led a lot of police force to search Taiwan academies. He said that our Shifu raised goblins and then seized a piece of peach wood sword given by a Dizi as a piece of evidence. How ridiculous! Ho also put Shifu into the detention center. Since it was cold winter, brother and sister took new clothes to Shifu unexpectedly. The new clothes were replaced with old ones, clammy with bad smell. It's so disgusting. Teacher always teach us that the government must be right and that we have to pay tax. But Taiwan is an Asian empire of Qigong martial arts and self-cultivation, which should not be taxed. The National Taxation Bureau illegally issued tax. When the government makes a mistake, should it be fixed? Otherwise, how can we children trust the government and the country? The National Taxation Bureau seized Shifu property in the Swiss mountain villa and illegally auctioned off our sacred land in Miaoli. Those are places that Shifu prepared for the self-cultivation. It's totally wrong. I hope President Tsai help us and give us justice. I also hope Ho Kuan-ren be punished and then he will never bully others. In order to let President hear our voice, we stood on Kaitagalan Boulevard. Many times, not matter it was sunny or rainy. Now more and more people stand shoulder to shoulder with us. During summer vacation, I always followed my mother and grandma holding signs in front of the National Taxation Bureau. I insist on doing this to help Taijimen seek justice. I must do my best as others do so. I hope that the Taijimen case be end smoothly and other sacred land be returned to Taijimen. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma, for sharing many works you have done. I hope President can hear your voices. We insist to do the justice things and do your best for a better living environment together. Next, let's have Sophia. She's joined Taijimen family at age 7. Go, Sophia.
Hello everyone, I am Sophia. I am 11 years old and studying at the elementary school. I am Taijimen Dizi. I joined Taijimen Qigong Academy since I was 7 years old. I am grateful Sifu that I can have a peaceful mind, learn a meditation Kung Fu and become braver. Moreover, I learned how to change an happy soul to a happy positive thought. I have followed my parents to take a human rights protest at Catskill Boulevard, wishing the government can solve the persecution of Taijimen, and I am a volunteer of Tech and Legal Reform League. I often join the street activity with my father after school. My whole family will attend the Tech and Legal Reform League street activities on the weekend. I will want to stand out and speak out. It is because the school and teachers teach us to learn the Chinese more culture of costly justice and shame. I learned the school that justice is the right and correct behavior for present. My Sifu teach us to do the right things, to know what's good and what's wrong, and to understand what's true and what's false. Therefore, I really don't understand why the prosecution Ho Kuan-ren illegally prosecuted Taijimen for 25 years and even asked registration from the tax authority to illegally made the false statements to hurt Taijimen. The Supreme Court already performed. Taijimen was innocent. How could the government's auction of the land and property of Taijimen? I am just 11 years old elementary school student. I know it is so wrong. How can the people of National Tech Bureau still doing wrong things and don't see their mistakes? I hope governmental officers can wake up and find out their conscience and be good model. I also wrote letter to presidents for Taiwan. I hope presidents can listen to our voice, do the right discuss, and return the justice back to Taijimen. As long as the Taijimen case is not rectified, I will continue to be the Tech and Legal Reform League volunteer to stand on the streets to speak out. Thank you.
You're right, Sophia. On World Children's Day, we children hope government officers can wake up, find out their conscience, and be a good model. Thank you, Sophia, for being so brave to write the letter to President. On the road of justice, we stand together. We are not alone. Now, let's welcome the last hero, Hannah. She is not only a Taijiman 弟子, but also a tax and legal reform league volunteer. Hannah, welcome.
Hello, my name is Hannah. I am a 6th grade elementary school student and a volunteer for the Tax and Legal Reform League. I started to join the Tax and Legal Reform League activities with my parents since my 3rd grade. I hope everyone can learn more information and common sense of the tax reform. While my brother and I were handing out flyers to adults, they would stop by and want to know more about the flyer. Some adults have many views on taxation, and they will talk about his thoughts from a child's point of view. I feel interesting to listen to those adults' view when they received the flyers. The purpose of the Tax and Legal Reform League is to fight for the tax right for all people. I think it is very meaningful to go to the streets to promote the rights of taxpayers and the idea that the government must tax legally. This summer, I wrote a letter to our president. I told her that since I was very little, I followed my parents to Taiwan to practicing Qigong and meditation. It is a great place for me to learn. Doing Qigong makes me body healthier, so I rarely need to go to the clinic to see doctor anymore. Meditation teaches me to learn to reflect on what's wrong with me. Try not to make the same mistake and learn to be brave. Make my temper better and think calmly. Therefore, I got along better with my younger brother now. My Shifu teaches us to good and to do right things. If we do something wrong, we must correct them bravely. The school teachers also teach us to bravely admit our mistakes, especially not to lie and deceive others. Otherwise, we will have serious punishment. I also taught President of Taiwan, Tsai Ing-wen, in a letter. In fact, at the beginning, the National Taxation Bureau should not have issued tax bills on Taiwan without evidence. After the Supreme Court ruled that Taiwan was not guilty and did not owe taxes, the NTB should no longer illegally improve tax and continue to do wrong things. They promised to revoke the illegal tax bill within 2 months, but they broke their promise. They should not make mistakes again and again by auction of the land of Taiwan and illegally confiscate confiscated by the government. After I sent the email to President on August 27, I received an email back from the President's office. On the email, it replied, "Hello, we are very concerned about the matter you have reflected, and we have referred your letter to the executive yuan for a direct reply. Thank you very much for your letter, and I wish you peace." That was the reply email I got. After that, no further news ever. I am very disappointed. We know that if we do something wrong, we should probably correct it and correct our mistakes as soon as possible. Adults should set a good example. The illegally seized land of Taiwan should return to us. So I really hope our president will urge officials who have violated the law to admit mistakes and correct it. I hope the government will really pay attention to the voice of people, and I truly hope the people of our country will be treated fairly. People in Taiwan will live and work in peace and happy society. These are my thoughts. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing, Hannah. As we children all understand that if we do something wrong, we should bravely correct mistakes as soon as possible. Adults should set a good example. The illegally seized land of Taiwan must return back to us. The government should hear the voice of the people. On the UN World Children's Day, the age and the size do not matter. The most important thing is that everyone has their human rights, needs to be respected. We children understand that justice and human rights shouldn't be destroyed by any person. At the end of today's forum, let's listen to the song Human Rights for World Citizens, helping Taiwan government to remind their conscience, correct the mistakes, and return justice back to Taiwan immediately. Thank you.